Hi everyone, I'm back with another video. Today is Saturday, May 18, 2013. Here's one of my cherry tomatoes. I single stem this tomato to save some space and grow it vertically. You can see here all the way up to this pole here is about 6 feet. The plant's been doing very well in terms of a single stem. Look at this, the stalk is huge, quite huge. Look at that, bigger than the size of my thumb. Now, I want to show you guys the difference between a single stem and a well cared for single stem tomato and just a tomato that I leave it to defend for itself. You can tell a striking difference in terms of fruit productions, and the quality of the plant. So here's the one that I really care for, at least single stem. Look at the tomatoes. It's quite big in comparison to other plants that I just seem to leave it, even though it's in my same raised bed. I just leave them. I didn't prune them. I didn't even stick them up. And you can tell the difference between the fruits and the insects that are trying to attack them. They do well, but not as well. That's my whole point. Okay, so here's the single stem. As you can see, the fruit here, quite beautiful. Look at every clump here. One clump here, almost 10, and here's another one. As you go up every growth point, there's a clump of tomato. So here on this side, about several feet away, in the same bed, to my right, here you have I have the similar plant. This one is also a cherry tomato. It's exact same variety, but like I say, I didn't stake it up. I just allow it to roam in my bed along the fence line here, along this wooden fence. That's my neighbor fence. It's in the border. Okay, and this direction here is actually west, and when you look at this way, it's actually north. And of course, in the back of me here, and you turn this way, it's actually south. So if you look at the one that I didn't really prune it, I didn't really, care much for it. I allow it to roam around the bed, and it definitely wants to climb. Even though tomato is not a good climber, but it's still considered a flying. And look at this, it's trying to reach for sunlight. And that's the best strategy to do it for a vine plant, is to climb up to something. But since tomato do not have tendril, or do not have certain things to do it, and they're not flexible, it's like beans or ivy, stuff like that. So it's very hard for them to wrap themselves around pole and stuff like that. And they have a quite big stem or stalk, whatever you want to call it, in terms of a vine for a small plant. Okay, so if you look at here, the plant do want to reach out for the sun, so it do want to climb up. But like I say, I don't stick it up. I leave it alone. But I noticed that when they're on the ground, they're more prone to attack by insects and other stuff. And I've been picking out insects on this plant here, and they do produce nice, decent fruit, but the fruit is not as big. Let's put it that way. It's still decent and good quality fruit, but it's not as large. Okay, the production seems to be dwarfed a little bit when you stick up the tomato. That's just my observation. And certainly this is just a preference, how you want to grow your tomato. It's a preference. And this one here, I similarly kind of partially stick them up, so it goes straight up, right next to it. As you can see here, this one here, and this one here, right next to it. So this one, it's also partially stick up, and the quality of the plant seems a little bit better. The plants seem to be a little bit bigger and stronger. And as it moves up, it seems to produce more flowers. Okay, so that's just my observation. And here's another one. This one is the same thing. I leave it. I didn't want to prune it up. I leave it. But again, the plant do want to try to reach for the sun, so it actually lean against this wall here, or this fence here. I'm talking about back fence. I'm not talking about the trellis. I'm not talking about this trellis. I'm really talking about this fence here. So you lean against that and you try and reach for the sunlight without any support from me, without any support from anything except for the wooden fence. Okay, so I think by sticking up, you have better management in terms of insects, in terms of airflow, in terms of easy picking with the fruits, and just overall, it's easy for you to check on your plant. And when the leaf is all over the ground, it's quite susceptible to fungus and other insects to crawl on them and to attack them. That's just my observations. And again, like I said, this is just a preference. It's your choice how you want to grow your tomatoes. I'm not telling anybody what to do and how to do it. And I myself is still learning. And partly by recording all this information, it is my record, and it's my way of keeping record to year after year to see how I progress in terms of gardening. Okay, and as I look inside, I think I spotted an insect. I don't know, where is it at? Right. I couldn't get my camera to focus correctly, but I know it's somewhere here. Right there somewhere. Right there. Right there, there's an insect right there. It's a little caterpillar. Okay, so I'll pick them out. Well, thank you for watching and sharing your comments. So it's my latest update on my cherries tomato, single stem tomatoes, and some without pruning, allow it to roam free. So here's another shot. And here's a single stem, beautifully grow. Look at this. Here's also another one, a single stem tomato. Look at the fruit, quite big for a cherry tomato. Look at that clump. Look at this. Isn't that gorgeous? And I think this is an heirloom variety, simply by my observations and looking to the research, is that at the end of the fruit sets, the plant actually continued to grow. Look at this. It's like another plant from it's like a sucker, but at the end of the fruit set. So this is very interesting. And I will remove this to allow the plant to put more energy into the fruit. So I will definitely remove this right here. Okay. And I only see this on, like I said, the heirloom variety. The hybrid, I don't see that. Also, something very also interesting is that if you look at this, this is the main branch, and this is the side shoots. When the side shoots comes out, it actually produces more suckers on the side shoots. So this plant is growing very vigorously, very, very healthy in terms of the growth. And here's the normal sucker at a 45-degree angle. But I see sometimes I see the sucker from every different direction. So this is a really healthy, very strong plant. And it's reaching over 6 feet tall now. And as you go up to the top, continue to put out flowers. Okay, so that's my latest update on my cherry tomatoes. And thank you for your time. Thank you for watching.